Hello, everybody. Welcome to Not Your Echo Chamber podcast. Today is a very special episode because not only do I, Christopher Walgast, have my regular host, Jeremiah Walgast, with me, I also have a special guest today who's going to be joining us later in the future, Matthew Gitto.
Hey, everybody. You have met me before?
Yep, he's clearly, you know him already. He's been on multiple episodes. But today you're going to get a little bit of a taste of what we plan to do in the future for this podcast. We hope to have Matthew on every episode. Once he gets a car, that's going to be a lot easier to do because stalkers, but you're currently not old enough to drive a car.
Nope.
Aged up. But soon he will be old enough to get the license, and then we'll be much more mobile, much more able to have opportunities to record with Matthew. So today we're going to a little taste of what it's going to be like in hopefully what'll be a month.
Yeah.
So. I feel bad because we've already had so many hilarious conversations today between like the three of us that were not recorded.
Some of them are not, I'm going to say most of them are not safe for work. I don't think we could put them on a podcast and talk about them.
Probably not, but still they were things that we laughed hard about, and I was like, I wish we had the recording on right now because...
Definitely.
That's the thing about podcasting is that then you like always want your whole life to be recorded. It's like, oh, that would be a funny thing to post on the internet.
Whenever something's not recorded and it was like a good moment, you're just like, for me as a person whose love language is gifts and stuff, having that kind of thing on camera is always like something I've always loved.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like, as someone whose love language is the internet and content.
No, my love language is wearing a red sweater, apparently.
Okay, well, we'll get into that today with the weekly updates. And what other segments do we have on the show today?
Looks like we're going to have last week's news. Then we're going to do a small segment called Repeat Report. I'll tell you about that a little bit later. But then we're going to have the brand new segment that we hope to have on every week. And that one's going to be hosted by Matthew Gitto. It's going to be called the Sports Ball Update. Then after that, we're going to do a media review, and then we're going to have a draft at the end of the show just to end everything out. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a packed episode.
Definitely not prepared for the draft at all.
I kind of did, kind of didn't. I don't know which direction I'm going to go at all.
Yeah.
I drive a car, and that has prepared me for this draft.
All right. Are you guys ready to get into this?
Yeah, let's dive in.
All right, let's start out with that weekly update.
Welcome into Weekly Updates, everyone. So we're just going to give a quick slice of our lives here, and I guess I'll get it started off here. So this week, I had my first foray into Target. First time in my life I ever been to Target. And I'll say, it's white in there, man. Like, not like, it's super white. Like, everything is clean and white, but...
I imagine it's super white. Is Target ghetto? Tell me in the comments.
Not at all. It's like, I think it's supposed to be like fancier Walmart. But my thing was like, I went there. First of all, they have like a way fancier selection of Legos. So like they have some of those Lego, like the sets that are like a higher quality or like the more fancy people Lego sets. You know, like the flowers or things like that.
Almost like Lego Life or something like that.
Or like the Lego Ideas things too.
Yeah.
They've got more fancy stuff. But as I'm walking, it felt kind of like a Kmart. I'm gonna be honest. Like it felt like the items didn't belong on the shelf, if you know what I mean. You know, like you ever been in a store where you're just like, these items, they don't really belong on here. And it's just, I don't know, it just felt like they weren't comfortable as a store. I really can't explain it. It just didn't, I don't know. Give me my grimy floors at Walmart and people...
Maybe you're just not used to the layout.
Maybe, it's possible. Maybe I'm not used to fancy. My other weekly update, and you guys will be happy to hear this, started listening to Mike Malagies.
Ah, nice, yes. Got another convert.
I've been bumping him all week long, and he's just so good. You guys are actually, I mean, I haven't listened before, and I was like, yeah, whatever. He's probably okay. But no, his lyrics are fire. And
it's just poetry in motion.
Yeah. His tracks they're lit.
Yeah, lit sick beats, bro.
For real. All right, well, that's all I have. Christopher?
All right, I'm going to have Matthew, do you want to do your update next?
Sure.
All right, sure.
So I had a lot of work this week. I was at work and I got an encounter with a cow. I work at a dairy farm, for all you who don't know. It's a 250 cow dairy farm. And I was moving cows to one side of the barn because we had to, do stuff on the other side. So I'm moving it over, and this cow was not very happy with me. So he walks up to me and he says, headbutting me. So I'm just like trying to get past him, and he's like headbutting me again. So then I like run away, and then he runs past me and makes sure I stay in one spot and starts headbutting me the other way. So I was kind of trapped, and then all of a sudden I was able to juke past him.
Outsmarting the cow.
Outsmarting a cow, yes.
Broke his ankles.
I have another weekly update later, but I'll discuss that later on the sports ball update.
Yeah, and it's likely the same as mine, which is going to be later. I was going to have a weekly update that I was going to put in here, but it has to do with definitely some sports stuff that Matthew's involved with. I'm just going to look through my weekly updates again because I don't know what exactly I put on here. I think I'm going to go with this one. So on Thursday, we went rollerblading again. It's like this rollerblading event. It's for homeschoolers, like exclusively. It's this place in a town that's all kind of near us. So our homeschool group got together to do it. And like immediately when I heard homeschool group, I kind of started getting scared again. Call back to episode 4, was it? I can't remember which one it is. Anyways, of the chick who was hitting on me at laser tag. I'm like, oh boy, hope it's not the same group. But thankfully she was not there. Anyways, I practiced all day at the park, like skating around, getting ready, because I knew I was utter trash. I kept falling down, destroying my knee. Anyway, we finally go there. And basically, it was a disaster. Like, I don't know about for everybody else, but for me, it was a completely disaster. Like, what happened was the median age of kids there was 9. Like, these kids are small, they don't know what they're doing, and if they do know what they're doing, they were just being total jerks, and they were just, like, weaving everywhere, and then they, like, pull out in front of you, and you, like, and I can't brake. I don't know how to brake at all. So, basically, I was a Nickelodeon special. I was just going straight into the groups of the popular girls, like taking about two times. I bowl into them and like knock them over, and then I'm like some kind of Disney Channel teenager teeny bopper show. Like I'm just taking out these chicks left and right. I'm like, what has my life become? Like I don't even know.
I saw that. I was on the other side. I was there too. I saw that on the other side of the skate, and I saw him just pile into this group of 6 probably preteen or teenage girls. I'm like, whoa, Christopher, that's Riz.
I can't stop myself.
And the worst part was I was wearing my red sweater, so.
Oh no.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, more about that. I eventually learned what you had to do with all these little kids is you had to be them. So what I decided to do is do unto others, then run like heck or skate like heck. So what you have to do is you just have to cut in front of people. You have to cause the falls and then get out scot-free. Because that reduces the amount of people around you. Like, the more injuries, the more people get out. I'm just kidding. Anyways, but you just had to be cutthroat. You just have to get in there and say, okay, I'm going to be first here. And if I do, then I'm not courteous because I can't brake. There's no way for me to be courteous to. I can't brake. So I just had to keep doing that.
The other strategy that you can employ, and this one takes a little more skill, I found that if you become the kid that's racing around the rink at 97.5 Mach, you don't hit anybody. So
not if you're me and you're a Nickelodeon special.
Well, it's like one of those things where, I don't know, for me it's like I know the thrill is the danger is there, and it's like the thrill of weaving through traffic of like I should not have taken that risk, but it's like,
after I took the risk and felt nothing, I felt like Adam and Lab Rats. Like I didn't even know what I was doing. I feel like such an idiot. Like, yeah, I didn't even know what I was doing. So
okay, Matthew's on the show now. Jeremiah feels left out. Lab Rats reference.
That's true. We did. Me and Matthew did have a play date at his house on Tuesday.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah. Anyway, last thing. This is kind of related to the red sweater. Anyway, I'm skating. Matthew's there. Our friend Lucas is there, and I'm skating like right next to Lucas. There's probably like a foot in between us. Anyway, this chick, she was like probably around 15 or 16. Just goes straight through us, like right in between us. We're like spinning. We're like, ugh! And she like goes straight in between us. I'm like, that was the window you took? The foot in between me and him that we're like literally skating right next to each other, talking to each other, and just right through there. And I told my mom about it. I'm like, yeah, some chick just barreled through. And she was like, oh, she's probably trying to get your attention.
Yeah, okay. Call back to the previous episode. Our advice still stands. Homeschool girls, don't talk to people. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, just don't even talk.
Just rethink your life. I mean, they should talk to somebody to learn to socialize, but not guys. Just
the opposite gender
Oh.
talking.
Also, I mean,
As God intended.
yes, as the good Lord intended. You don't talk till you're married.
You don't even talk to your married, yeah.
Just
You just have your marriage arranged and then...
No premarital eye contact.
have previously married people arrange your marriage and figure that out.
Or
yes.
take a test on the internet or something.
Take a test. Whoa. We're arranged marriage and internet testing. This is not a great... Bad podcast.
Okay, bad podcast. All right. Anyway, that's all that. You guys ready to move on to last week's news?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
This is last week's news. Trump and Zelensky's meeting in the Oval Office Friday ended abruptly, with President Trump canceling a planned press conference and stating that President Zelensky was not ready for peace. Trump called Zelensky's approach disrespectful, especially after refusing to wear the new "Trump was right about everything" hat everyone in the White House is now required to wear. During his visit to the White House, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer delivered a handwritten letter to Trump from King Charles III inviting him to a second state visit to the United Kingdom. Trump accepted the unique invitation, stating, "I don't really like hanging out with old people, but for good old Chuck, I'll make an exception." Trump dismissed General Charles Q. Brown for involvement in the 2021 Afghanistan withdrawal. "Lucy was right about him. He really was a blockhead." Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated that the press pool will now be decided by the White House press team. Trump stated, "CNN's exclusion won't affect the reporting on press briefings since they may all make it up anyway." Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins has announced a plan to temporarily import eggs from countries like Turkey to supplement the domestic supply. This after she should turn down a similar disturbed offer to help offset the costs of eggs from Planned Parenthood. Dressed in a MAGA hat and gold chains, Elon Musk brandished a chrome chainsaw gifted by Argentine President Javier Milei at CPAC. In return, Musk promised to eliminate jokes in America that begin by asking, "Why is Argentina so long?" Israel deployed tanks into the city of Jenin in the West Bank, marking the first such deployment since 2002, back when college students realized that terrorists wanted them dead too. Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced the United Kingdom's largest ever sanctions package against Russia, aiming to intensify economic pressure on the shadow fleet of foreign tankers supplying Russia with military components and even shipments of sausages of war. February 24, 2025 marked the day Vladimir Putin realized how screwed America was. Zelensky commemorated the third anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion by stating, "This is all just part of the show, right?" Friedrich Merz, leader of the Christian Democratic Union, won the German federal election with 28.5% of the vote. In other news, filmmusic.io is now banned in Germany. Pope Francis is currently in critical condition at Rome's Gemelli Hospital due to bronchitis. The symptoms of his current condition include fever, shortness of breath, and possibly eternal death. A colony of beavers in the Czech Republic constructed a series of dams, effectively creating a wetland ecosystem environmental objectives had tried to achieve for years. "Man, that was a close one," the Czech government said. "I don't know how nature could have even made it before humans came and invented bureaucracy." Leading up to the inaugural Four Nations Face-Off hockey tournament, where Canada secured a 3-2 overtime victory, fan behavior amplified political tensions between U.S. and Canada by shouting slogans like 51st State and Hockey is Canadian. Social media hashtags on the topic were also trending, such as hashtag bunch of snow eaters and hashtag Trump doesn't know what he's talking about. The 15th edition of Aero India, India's premier aerospace and defense exhibition, attracted over 50,000 people, including government representatives, highlighting India's growth in the global aerospace sector. But once again, as every year, the magic carpet stole the show. Credit card delinquency rates saw an uptick in February, with 3.23% balances at least 30 days delinquent, up from pandemic-era lows. It's nice to finally see some nonviolent delinquency in America. Over the next 4 years, Apple is investing over $500 billion to open a new server manufacturing facility in Houston, adding approximately 20,000 new jobs. Just when you thought Apple was cooked, they got more jobs again. Microsoft unveiled a groundbreaking quantum processing unit, the Majorana 1, which is designed to enhance the reliability and efficiency of quantum operations while simultaneously burying the new Windows 12 developer features as deep as theoretically possible. Germany's Federal Court of Justice ruled that Birkenstock sandals do not qualify as works of art and therefore are not protected under copyright law. This ruling comes after Birkenstock realizes they could make billions off the Catholic Church for infringement since Jesus clearly wore cheap knockoffs. A 16-year-old boy fell 30 feet into a mineshaft in California while exploring with friends, and rescue teams from the fire department set up a rope system and air monitoring equipment in order to save him. He has been transported to a local trauma center and is once again back in harm's way, being a child in California. Nikola Corporation has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection after being convicted of fraud for misleading investors that its electric semi-truck was fully functional in a promotional video where the truck was rolled down a hill to appear as if it were driving. Tesla just breathed a sigh of relief to have dodged that bullet. Lester Holt announced he is stepping down as anchor of NBC Nightly News after a decade as the host. His 10 years as host simply did not compare in popularity to the world-renowned performance of the position's predecessor, game show host Brian Williams. Vivek Ramaswamy has announced his candidacy for the 2026 Ohio election. His running campaign slogan is currently "Only in Ohio." He advocates for school choice, civics tests for high school graduation, and pay raises for all the underappreciated 7-Eleven workers like he used to be. This has been last week's news. And always remember, only Christopher's opinions of the news matter. Repeat line, end of speech.
And he always gets it on the first try.
Exactly. I never mess up, ever. That kind of took me out of it almost. Repeat report. All right, now it's time for our repeat report. This segment is going to be where every month at the top of the month, we are going to share what is our top 5 songs in our...
We should do 10.
Should we do 10?
Yeah, just 10.
All right, we can count down too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that. So we're going to go to our Spotify. And we're going to count down 10 to 1 most listened to songs on our Spotify on repeat playlist. So starting out, I'm going to go to mine. Matthew, do you have your number 10?
Yes. Number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10!
Most listened to of all time.
These are not true for me, but...
Heaven on This Earth by Forrest Frank and Tori Deshawn.
That's a good one. I think I actually have that one higher up somewhere. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it. It's lower down. It's like my number 15. All right, my number 10 is Drive by Sam Rivera.
Nice. I've never heard that one. Oh, is that mine?
Yeah.
Mine is Gotta Live by Tadashi and Jordan Feliz.
I'm not even kidding. Why don't you snake and tell me your 9th?
My ninth is Godly Ambition by Mike Malagies.
Nice.
Someone has actually been listening.
Oh, just wait. It's not the only one.
Because my 9th is Gotta Live by Tadashi and Jordan Feliz. That song is so good.
Oh, yeah.
I've been playing it nonstop.
My 9th is What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction.
Yeah. Have you really been grinding that out?
I think I just listened to it enough where it's always there.
I got some songs here that I haven't listened to in a long time just because I listened to them so much in the past.
If I Tried by Henrik Lodge and Geo.
All right, then my number 8 is Finally Found by Mike Malagies. Not necessarily a great song, but whenever I play Mike Malagies, that's always the first one that plays it.
Down by Jay Sean and Lil Wayne.
What? I've never even heard of that.
Yes, you have. That was the one I played for you after the one podcast. I drafted it on the pop. That was such a banger. And my 8 is Hope in Front of Me by Danny Goki.
Oh,
nice.
And now we'll just have some dead silence.
All right,
here.
so wait. Hold on. I just did my... hold on.
You're saying you're 7.
Yeah, Good Day by Forrest Frank.
Good Day
Okay.
by Forrest Frank.
I've just been grinding that one. That one's so good.
Championship by Mike Malagies.
A good one.
And then Life Story by Prince. That's my 6th.
Yeah, that one's his best song. I think, honestly, we were talking about this before, but came out with a new song, and it's just, they're all the same.
Yeah.
He has...
Ever since Life Story and Highs and Lows.
It just hasn't been as good. Like, just the quality, you can see the decrease. Anyway, my number 6, is Sunrise by Forrest Frank.
My next one, my sixth one is weird, and my sixth and my third are weird because I'm not a huge fan of the song, but because I'm cheap and I pay for Spotify Premium, they come up a lot in my playlists. So 6 is Christ is Still King by Bryson Gray and Mike Melogis,
Nice.
which is honestly kind of an interesting song.
The president.
And then Finally Found is my...
Is it Kamala or Kamala? I don't really know.
But my five
Top
is...
5.
Yeah, my top 5. My 5 is Finally Found by Mike Melogis.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Mine is Range Rover by Ben Rector. That song is so good.
It is.
She was looking for that Range Rover.
I unironically sent you that one time.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's such a good song.
My top 5, Boys Back Home by Dylan Scott and Dylan Marlowe.
I guarantee you it's all country from here on up.
No. And then my number 4 is Wristwatch by Schema Boy.
Yeah, nice.
That's good. I love Schema Boy.
My number 4 is my favorite Mike Malgi song probably right now, which is Plan A.
Okay.
I love that song so
Nice.
much. It's such a banger.
That is a good one.
My number 4 is Dash by Crowder and Toby Mac.
Nice.
That the bass in that song is so incredible.
It is.
I think I've
And-
listened to it halfway through once. That's it.
It's actually pretty good. It's pretty
Right.
good. It's not super depressed, Toby Mac.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Speaking of Toby Mac, just while we're on this topic, I was talking with a coworker. Like, honestly, I think he should have just stopped after This Is Not a Test. I think he should have just
Maybe.
stopped after that. I think his songs that he come out with then are fine, but since his son
They're more
died,
praise and worship almost.
yeah. But since his son died, it's almost like he feels like he can't quit now because he has something to prove by keep making songs while his son is dead. So I
Maybe.
feel like he just feels like he can't, even though I think he should have after This Is Not a Test.
Yeah.
yeah, they're very...
Because
very
Elements
similar.
is the one he did after that. The songs are fine. They're okay. I just didn't like him as much as his stuff before.
Yeah, it's
They definitely were less rocky.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just kind of sad, you know, like it comes out a lot that like his son affected him deeply, and I don't know, I miss Toby Mac.
Yeah.
He's still making music, but I miss him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
miss the old Toby Mac.
Then number 3, like I said, it's a weird one, not really my favorite, but my playlist love to play it. Catch My Vibe by
Oh,
Joseph
yeah, that one's
Golding and
good,
Mike
yeah.
Melogis.
I'm finna catch my vibe.
Yeah, it just feels a little. It feels like something me and my roommate would do, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
But it's
that's
way,
super.
way
I mean,
high
it's,
quality.
no, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I think that
get
the
it.
words are good, but it just
I think
it
it's one
feels.
of his older ones.
It
Yeah.
feels like a new rapper kind of a thing, you know. Like
Yeah, I
I
get
like
that.
I mean, it's good, but it's just you know, Mike has made. I'll just say Mike Malgi is in my top 2. He will make one more appearance.
Nice.
So
So my number 3, Jesus Paid It All.
By
That one's
Forrest
so
Frank.
good,
Forrest
and I-
Frank, yeah, it's my favorite by
Yeah.
him.
and I wish that was in my top 10 right now. That was
Okay,
so good.
I have been listening. This is my top 3, and I've been listening to the song nonstop. I don't know why it's number 3. I'm shocked it's not number 1, but it's Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, what?
Oh my.
I'll play it to you after the pod, but
No, I know what it
I know
is.
Christopher
Wait,
doesn't, but it's
Is that
so
the one
good.
that's like Just the Way You Are?
No.
No,
No,
this is
okay.
a
That's
different-
Dan and Shay.
No,
Oh.
that one's Ed Sheeran. Actually.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Okay.
Dan and Shay probably have a version.
Yeah, but I don't know. And then this number 2 is always in my top 3. I do not listen to this song that much. It's Cowgirls featuring Ernest.
I have a funny story about
Morgan
that.
Wallen.
Because we were at the skating rink. Me and him are sitting down because I'm readjusting my skates because I'm bad and my feet are weird. And a song Cowgirls was playing, and I'm like, and it was playing, and Matthew was like, "Oh, Cowgirls." I'm like, "Oh, I bet this one's on like number 2 on your repeat playlist." And you looked it up, and it's literally number 2.
I don't know. It's always like I've been on repeat is kind of new. I think so. I think it's new this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at it, and it's always second. I think it's just because it's like a song I don't repeat all the time, but it's just something I play like once a day or like once like some songs I play like a couple times a day.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right.
Am I
Yeah.
up? No, you have one
Christopher.
more.
Yeah. So my number 2 is "Obey Christ" by Bryson Gray. But obey. Have you ever heard that one? It's super good. It's a bit
No, I
legalistic,
haven't.
but it's super good.
Bryson Gray is legalistic.
He is super legalistic and like Republican
He's
to the
definitely
max.
Republican.
We were listening to him on Tuesday. He is like MAGA boy like level.
One of the Proud Boys.
Yep.
All right, number 2. Sometimes there are soundtracks in the movie that just grip your heart and make you feel feelings. And my number 2 is the Wreck-It Ralph theme from Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh.
Because when that synth is just like, Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's like
I still want to watch that movie again.
it's like 80s arcade reminiscence meets modern synths done so well. And it makes you feel like you're flying, and it's just that movie is incredible. It's so good. And my number one is, I'm so proud of this because the song's such a banger. Worship Over Worry by Mike Malgies
yes.
and
Excellent
Schema Boy.
Oh,
That
my-
one's good.
Schema Boy in that song
It's
is
a
so
whiskey
good.
boy.
Yeah.
This ain't rap, it's worship.
Yo, it's your boy, Schema Boy.
Yeah, his voice.
This is rap, not worship.
Yep.
Or it's worship, not rap.
So yeah, anyway, that's my top 10. Closed
Right.
out.
My number one.
It's not Crab Rave.
No, it's Take On Me.
It's
Oh.
Take On Me. Don't get away. The song from the 80s or whatever. I'm addicted. Like, when I realized it wasn't just a meme, I'm like, this song is so good.
My number one is, we were just talking about before the pod, Pressing On by Mike Teasy.
It got up that high?
Yeah.
How many times were you listening to
lot.
it? You told me about it like Monday.
Yeah. I was talking to you and I said, I need to listen to this song. And I listened to it probably 30 times.
Wow.
It's such a calm and just nice,
Yeah, that's like Forrest Frank's Sunrise, too. Like, it's
Yeah.
a very calm, nice song.
it's just very calm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's what we be listening to this week.
Yeah.
So
We'll see this last month.
this month,
That was our February and 10 songs.
Yep.
maybe we can like share our Spotify like year in reviews.
Yeah, that's
or we
something
get
at the
those
end
to
of the
wrap.
year we can definitely
yeah.
do that. A wrapped, share that.
Just like
Like
share
our
those.
own top 10 Spotify rap,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
But anyway, this has gotten boring, so let's move on to the next segment so things stay interesting.
Yes.
It's time.
Sports ball update.
All right, you ready for that sports ball update?
Yes, I am. So, let me just give you a quick insider of what each sports ball update is going to be. I'm going to be talking about high school sports, specifically where we live in the Midwest. I'm going to be talking about pro sports, specifically football and basketball. And I'll be talking about college, too. And college, football and basketball are my main two sports that I like. I don't really care for any other ones.
We're not going to be covering lacrosse.
No.
Can we? No?
Or
Okay.
squash.
Squash,
Or handball?
Yes.
handball.
So, anyways, this past news, Nicolay, one of the top-ranked high schools in Wisconsin, had a back-and-forth game against a conference game. I don't know. I couldn't find the other team, but they won by 6 points. It was a close game. Nicolay is now in the tournament. They also, on another note, the high school has started their D1 tournaments for the championships and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's starting. The bracket came out yesterday. I was looking at it. In college, Michigan State beats Maryland 58-55. Very close game. Michigan's number 8, Maryland's number 11. Clemson, the 13th seed, beats Notre Dame by a lot, 83-68.
Wow.
And then Texas A&M, the 12th seed, loses to unranked Vanderbilt, who is a horrible team, and they lost by 2. So that's a big upset. Auburn absolutely destroys Ole Miss. Auburn's number 1. They beat them 106-76.
Whoa.
Quite the blowout.
And this is basketball, right?
Yep, this is basketball. College football's over, so
Right.
that won't be until the fall. Arizona beats Utah 83-66. Kentucky beats Oklahoma in a very close game, 83-82. I actually saw Kentucky had a buzzer beater against Oklahoma.
Oh really?
Yeah, pretty crazy. And then Memphis beats Rice 84-72. Who names their college Rice? Let's talk.
Wait,
Rice.
It's just Rice.
Rice.
just rice? Like,
Yeah.
it's not Rice College or anything? It's like, it's just
Just
rice.
rice.
Just rice?
Rice.
I
guess.
I have to be racist, but
That's right, I go to
Okay.
school. That's
I
why I
just
go
go
to
at
school.
Rice.
I am not part of this. I don't know them.
And then the number 2 ranked Duke beats Florida 100-66. So, Christopher, you ready to talk about Saturday?
I'm ready. Talk about
Yeah.
yesterday, yesterday as of this recording.
Yeah.
As when this comes out, last
2 days
Saturday.
ago.
Yeah, ish, probably.
Yeah, so yesterday I had a all-day tournament. We also to be talking about my high school basketball.
Yeah, so let me set the stage for this.
Stuff.
So when I drove in there, it's in a big city. I won't say which one, but I drive in there, parallel park, barely make it in. I get inside. There's a large crowd of people. I weave my way through, go through random doors, till eventually I find what is this gigantic room that has 4 basketball courts. This huge, high vaulted ceiling. It's like gigantic room. It's like concrete walls and the steel beams and stuff holding everything up, and all the teams are playing at the same time. They got girls teams and guys teams all playing at the same time. Each court is like right next to each other. They have all it's separating them is like 2 lines of chairs facing opposite directions to watch the game. Yeah, and what was kind of weird about it, especially, was how cold it was in there.
It was really cold. Usually in these big tournaments, especially in like 4 courts, it's usually absolutely sweating in there.
Yeah, but what
Like,
happened was I don't
so
think they
hot.
had heat in there. The only heat was coming from the people inside of there. So as people left after team got eliminated, it just got colder and colder.
It did get colder.
And I'm watching Matthew's game for his third game. I watched him, and I'm just freezing to death. I got the hood up. I've got it tied off. I'm like, I've got the villager arms with my sweater. I'm like trying to conserve energy and like shaking, and it just got colder and colder, and you just had to stand up eventually. But anyway, there's in these bunch of courts all next to each other, and these were all of them that were playing. They were playing simultaneously, so there's always games to watch. There's always games going on. I got there at like 1. I got there at 2:00,
Like 2
and
o'clock, yeah.
and we watched games till like 7. So it was
Yeah.
a lot of game watching. And even before I got there was games and stuff to be
Yeah,
watching.
there was games starting at like 8 o'clock, I think, till 7 o'clock, so almost 12 hours.
Yeah.
So let's talk about my games themselves. We won our first game, then we lost our second 2. Got blown out the second game.
Yeah.
The third game was a little bit closer though, so.
Yeah, some interesting things were happening with players and stuff. I don't want to necessarily be talking about specific players and or anything, but like I was sitting next to during the second game a very energetic grandma who, after every time her boy, who, like, I'm not gonna say what number he was, but every time he made a move, even if it was dirty, she was up there and like, yeah, like fist pump in the air, like jumping up and down, like, ma'am, with all due respect, don't let your limbs fall off or whatever when you jump up and
Don't
down.
throw your back out.
Don't throw your back out, yeah. But anyways, yeah, she was just going crazy, and even if it was like a dirty move, or like somebody threw them, like the second time the team, I don't remember what team it was, but they literally threw themselves at you to like get fouled.
Yeah.
And like the second,
Flopping. As we
like
to
there
call
was
it.
this one time, I couldn't believe it. This guy like came up to Matthew, he was guarding Matthew, and Matthew rushed past him, and then he acted like Matthew just barreled into him. You just saw the life go out of his eyes, and he's like, oh, he fouled me, and he just fell backwards like it was
But he's
soccer.
like, oh, he hurt my ankle, and he started limping off the
Like a
court.
freaking soccer player or something, just and they were trying to do that all the time. It was funny. It was almost like the deep fake, the soccer deep fakes, when you see somebody like almost out of nowhere just. And the thing was about this team, you could tell the difference of teams was significant. Every time like they got fouled at all, it was like like they're flailing around. They're like, oh, did you see that? Oh, it's such an injustice. They took everything so personally, and it
Yeah.
was like you could tell looking at it from a side. They took every single thing personally, almost as personal as like the fans and the
Yeah.
and the audience took it.
So let's talk about there's an awards ceremony at the end of this tournament.
Yeah.
And we stayed for that. It was bonkers long.
It was way longer than I was thinking it was going to be.
Yeah. They really dragged it out. They gave awards to JV, varsity, and the girls as well.
Yeah,
And-
there was almost an injustice in it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was almost like people.
Some people that got awards were not like, what? That guy got an award? That's kind of interesting. One of my teammates got an award. He got second team for the tournament. So that was
and
pretty
there
cool.
was one guy who for the entire tournament got MVP. This is his second tournament this year
Yeah.
getting MVP. So it was nuts.
He's a very good athlete.
Yeah. And anyways,
Let's talk about
the awards were kind of messed up though.
Yeah,
some of
they
them.
were. The guy did not have a very good He's kind of an older gentleman, I'll say.
And whenever he wasn't talking to his mic, he literally had it like in his like up to his butt. Like literally, he's holding like his hand is down near his butt, and the mic is literally going straight back on him. So I was saying,
We thought it'd be funny.
I said, bro, if he did an old man fart into the microphone.
It was funny. This one time there was awards. I think it was for the one of the championship winners, and it's like. He's like, okay, now if anyone wants to come get your pictures with the team and everything, and no one came out. So I'm just like, picture time. I took a selfie of myself. So then let's talk about number 4.
Number 4?
With the shorts.
Oh, yeah. So, and it's the championship game. This is the varsity game that decides it all. Who's going to win this entire conference. So, 2 teams are going up against each other. It's neck and neck. Things are heated. They're making insane shots. But what do we notice? This one player, he's constantly, he's reaching down. His shorts are already too high up, and he's pulling his pant leg up 1 inch, letting it drop. 1 inch, letting it drop. He just keeps pulling that thing up. We're like, we need to have a counter on this. We start noticing that. He's like, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes in the span of 5 seconds, he would get 5 pulling up the leg. Like, while he's concentrating and playing, he's pulling it up. 1 inch, letting it drop.
I think we started counting at 9 minutes, and at 6 minutes, we were at like 50.
Yeah, like, it was he did it so many times. And then we noticed this guy was, like, doing hair. His hair care.
He was always playing with his hair, too.
And we were like, leg. Oh, back to hair. leg.
The athlete idioms, like little things like that, are so funny to me. Like, say, things that like players do, or like football players when they like knock on their helmet or something.
Yeah.
They're like walking up there like helmet knocking and like whack their head on the side of their, or hand on the side of their helmet.
But what's funny is I even noticed, like, even when he was done playing, he was doing that.
He was literally like walking around normally, just pulled up, and it did nothing. There was no function to him pulling up his pant leg, which is already like half of his with his thigh or whatever. He's pulling it up an inch, It gave him no edge. He was just literally focusing his energy on something else.
Did his team win?
No, they lost by 3.
Okay, well,
it was a buzzer beater. Yeah, it's like to the last second.
He had a chance to tie it up with a buzzer beater, but
he literally literally we had 3 seconds left, and he had the chance. He like did a step back to do a 3, and he could have like tied it up and got it for a
for overtime.
But he missed it, and it was
But he dribbled the ball and like pulled his pants up a couple times.
No, not while he was holding the ball. Not when he was dribbling.
That would have been crazy though.
That's a crazy addiction.
Yeah. Anyway, that would have been my weekly update if I didn't have my regular one.
That was also my weekly update.
Doctor, you gotta help me. I can't stop pulling my shorts up.
I wonder what he does when he wears pants.
He's just like
reaches down.
He's at his ankle. He's at his ankle.
But he pulls it up just as high.
He's like, get that thigh up there.
Yeah.
No, I think he's probably just doing like the awkward phone wipe, you know, where you have no pockets on the sweatpants or something. But he's just like, this is great podcast. But like, where he's just like wiping his hand on his thigh, kind of.
Yeah.
I do that. I'll wipe my phone on my thigh if I don't have like a pocket, and I just kind of like, I don't know, it feels nice.
Last thing here is I saw this thing that there was this 385-pound 13-year-old center in football.
Wow.
385 pounds.
What league?
That's a big boy.
He plays middle school football.
Middle school?
No,
he's at 13.
He plays real middle school.
How many pounds?
385.
Isn't that like the big guy in your tournament? Isn't he like
for the Los Angeles Fire?
The Los Angeles Fire. That's what I call them. They're actually called the Rockford Fire, but I call them the Los Angeles Fire. It's just for yuck.
It's a bigger fire.
It's a big fire. It's a big
Name's
fire.
Malachi too.
Shout out Malachi and the Rockford Fire being like the largest, tallest guy in the league.
So that was my sports ball update.
Okay, all right. Late breaking news we need to talk about.
Oh yeah.
The first big move has been made of the NFL offseason. Deebo Samuel has been traded to the Commanders. How do you feel about that, Matthew?
I think it's gonna make the Commanders super overpowered.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at Deebo's past season, and like, yeah, he was good, but this year, like this past season, we saw him fall off just a little bit. He's got $21 million coming in this year.
Maybe that'll help him.
Maybe that'll help him get better. I don't know. Fans are very polarized about this, though. The post I saw, there are people who are like, the Lakers are back and Debo's off my team, like with like all W's.
What's going on?
Right, it's like what do you mean? It's like Debo was a good player. He was a great player. I'm just afraid that like he's past his peak, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's going to be that weapon that Jaden Daniels is looking for.
We'll see.
We will see that in later sports ball updates, but
All right, that's all for today's sports ball updates. I'm looking forward to more of that in the future. More of the jargon that'll help me get to sleep at night. Anyway, it's time for us to move on to our media review.
all right, welcome in. This is the part of the show where we're going to be talking about various media items, and I want to talk to you guys about a movie that came out in 2021, I believe.
Yeah, I saw this one. I saw that it came out. I heard that it came out, but I never saw it. Never saw any trailers or anything.
I just watched it for the first time. Ron's Gone Wrong by 20th Century Fox. So basically what happens is Google tech giant Bubble releases a new product into the world. It's the Bubble Bot. It's a little robot that is designed and runs off of an algorithm of friendship that's designed to help kids find friends basically a lot easier. So when you buy a Bubble Bot, your entire Bubble profile from the online Bubble online social media site gets uploaded into your robot. Your robot creates basically like this social version of you, and it knows who you are. So then it tries to match you up with friends online. And there's a boy that is his parents, his dad is the only one there. I believe his mom died, and they're living with their Russian grandmother, which is a fun time. But they're too poor to afford a Bubble Bot, and he's the only kid in school that doesn't have one. So his parents, or his father and his grandma, buy him one that was slightly damaged out of the back of a truck. And what happened to this Bubble Bot was when it fell, somehow its software or its hardware got a little broken, so that way its software doesn't load properly. So basically, this robot named Ron has no software whatsoever. He doesn't know how to be a robot, basically. And over the course of the movie, the boy teaches the robot how to be a friend, basically. And he has to teach this robot everything, which leads to a lot of hilarious shenanigans, but also some good friendship moments where eventually the boy also realizes what it means to be a friend instead of just expecting the robot to find him friends or just be his friend. He learns what it means to have a two-sided friendship. And another thing that I think this movie does really good is like the robots are intended with a good purpose. They're meant to help kids find friends. But the problem is the robots try to look for people who are alike to be friends. And so two kids will try to be friends, but if their robots don't find a match, the robots are like, they come up with little red X's. And then the kids are just like, oh, well, I guess we can't be friends. And that kind of, I think, helps us to like realize how if we're just looking for basically echo chambers in our friends, that's not real friendships. And also, we get so divided from other people, basically. And I think it kind of helped to show a lot of flaws of social media and maybe some ways that we can make them better by being more personal and trying harder to be a friend instead of just like expecting similarities. I think the whole movie, I think, taught a really good lesson about just friendship and what is friendship in general, with a lot of hilarious shenanigans. Like there's this little sound that the robot makes when he's like learning something. So when the little boy teaches him something, there's like a little doodling, thing that happens. And that can add some hilarity too, because there's a point where kind of Ron goes a little bit nutty. And he's over there, and like he ends up getting taken into like Bubble headquarters because he like slapped a kid because he went unhinged a little bit. And the people at Bubble were talking to like the kid, and they were like, "You can't have this robot out there. He's dangerous. He could kill someone." And then it goes like boodling, like he just learned that, and it was like, But like there's a lot of funny moments like that, and yeah, just teaching the value of friendship. What did I dislike about it? I mean, it was pretty good overall. Any critiques that I would have would probably mostly just be storytelling. Oh, one last thing that I loved about this movie was this is something that Hollywood doesn't do great at, but this movie did well. This is the first movie that I maybe have ever seen where somebody was wrong and they said, I was wrong, instead of just, I'm sorry, you know? And
Yeah.
there's a big difference between just, like, when you're apologizing. There's a huge difference between saying, like, oh, sorry, and, like, actually admitting, I was wrong, you know, will you forgive me? And so that was, like, the first movie that I've seen that's actually done that. And, like, that's kind of crazy to me. And so I don't know, that part really stood out to me. But, yeah, in terms of negativity, there's, you know, it talks about a lot of other social media things, like how videos can make you unpopular. And yeah, there was nothing, I mean, family friendly. For a family friendly rating, honestly, 10 out of 10. It was, I don't remember anything in there that would not, besides, like, you know, pin the grenade on the dictator or whatever game they played at the grandma's crazy birthday party one time. Like, aside from that, but it's all in good fun.
It's not anything inappropriate.
No, there's actually nothing woke at all in here, and it's
When was
like
this made?
2021, I believe.
Okay.
And yeah, so, but I just really enjoyed it. Personal rating, I didn't like super enjoy everything out of it. Like, I didn't think it was a perfect movie. Personal rating is probably 8 out of 10 because I would watch it again. It just, I mean, just like small aspects, like just choices they made in, you know, certain storytelling elements that, you know, it wasn't the perfect movie. This is no Paddington 2, guys. I don't know if I haven't seen Paddington 2, but I hear it has a 100% tomato meter.
Really?
Yeah, which is crazy. It's like one of a few. But anyway, I don't think it's great, but I think it's pretty good. So, personal rating, probably an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I would definitely watch it again. Family-friendly rating, 10 out of 10. You could totally watch this with your family. So that's what I have.
All right.
I had a media review, unless you had one too.
I do not have a media review. I didn't have one today.
Okay. I have one. It's a TV show, Disney TV show. I think it came out in like 2015, I think.
It's aimed at teeny boppers.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's a teenager show.
It's been my childhood favorite show. It's 7 seasons. It's about a story of this newly married couple they just got the first episode is like they walk into their house. This guy's rich. He's the husband is a rich tech inventor who invents like new stuff or like I don't know. He's an inventor, and then the wife had a kid already later. He's like 13 or something, and he goes down to the basement. He's exploring the new house. He's like trying to find his room. He goes down to the basement, and it's like a lab. And these three kids are in the lab, and they're fighting and stuff. So he quickly hides behind some barrels, and he sees them using these abilities. One of them has super strength and lasers out of his eyes. One is super smart and has like a force field and stuff. And the girl is obviously super speed. Whoa, stereotypical. So then he starts freaking out, and then the husband and dad explains that he created this chip called Bionics that he can implant into humans. These 3 humans as a kid to give them special abilities so that they can go on missions and save the world from different accidents and problems and stuff. Basically, superheroes in a way, but superheroes are born with abilities, not given abilities.
Yeah.
And then so they go. It's got a hilarious comedy. There's very little inappropriate jokes.
When there are, they're woof.
Okay, there very few inappropriate jokes. So I would say it's the perfect balance of comedy and a good storyline. Like the problem with a lot of kids comedies or teen comedies is I feel like they have no storyline. I feel like it's just basically just a nonsense every single episode. But this has a good storyline of like you see them grow up and then you see them develop their abilities. They later on in the show they get new abilities that they find out that are hidden in their bionic chips that are like glitches, but they get new abilities and stuff. And then they go on, and then they have like a Bionic Academy and stuff.
And half of the episodes are like hijinks that happen at school, and like things that
Yeah.
happen with their very obese, rude,
Principal.
very rude principal.
So I would say family friendly rating. I would say like a 7.
The principal brings it down like a lot. Like she
But
brings.
it's not every episode. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one episode a season.
Yeah, and just
That's like one comment.
It's one
like,
comment per
oh,
season.
whatever.
Yeah, it's just like okay, yeah, you could.
So I would say-
yeah, it's but other than that,
Other
it's
than the
super
one
good.
comment a season, it's a 10 out of 10. So I would say like a 7.5 out of 10 for, because there's other jokes that sometimes like, but it might go over kids' heads.
Yeah, they on the streets they call me TP because I clean up.
Yeah. They call me TP because her name is Terry Perry. So okay. Anyways, so personal favorite 10 out of 10 for definitely one of my favorite shows. I watched it so many times over and again. And family friendly rating 7.5 out of 10.
All right, so that's our media review for today. Watch Ron's Gone Wrong and Lab Rats.
Yes.
So are you guys ready to move on to our draft?
Ready? No.
Let's do
Actually, ready? Yes. Prepared? No.
it. All right, let's do it. All right, it's time for our draft today, and it is going to be the best car brands. Matthew, you have the first pick.
Oh, I'm really torn between two. I really
There.
want it to come back to me. But I gotta go forward. I gotta go forward.
Okay, all right. Ford.
Stay true. But
That's all right.
I'm wanting a pick come back to me. There's 4 picks in between our next one.
Yeah, I know that this like adding a new person. We're keeping the 12-round draft.
Yeah.
We're just adding
12 pick.
12
Yeah,
pick.
12 pick draft.
12-round draft.
12 pick, right, but we're adding a person, so that actually lowers it to now it's just a 4-round.
And you have to pick picks that actually matter, and you can't just pick whatever. We have to actually
Yeah.
like
Right, there's got to be
figure
like,
out who you want on your team. What the gamble becomes more real.
Right, for sure.
So, what's your first pick gonna be, Jeremiah?
I'm taking Lamborghini.
That was
That's
gonna be
not
my
the-
pick.
Really?
Yes, that was for real gonna
I
be
thought
my
for
pick.
sure. I
That's crazy. I thought I was gonna come out here and just be the stupid guy picking the expensive cars.
Yeah, that definitely changes up my strategy 100%.
There are plenty of other more. I didn't.
Yes, because
Would
my
you-
first pick is a freaking Bugatti.
Oh,
You're gonna pick
most,
Bugatti?
most
Yes.
expensive car. Porsche. I take Porsche.
All right, yes, I'm starting off
I
with
take Lincoln.
Bugatti. I'm throwing this entire draft. All right. Next, I just gotta take one that I just need to make sure Matthew doesn't get it. So I'm just
There
gonna,
are so many.
You're not.
I'm gonna be
there's-
taking a Tesla.
No way. No way.
That was your pick, dude. I would
Yes.
never have taken that from you. That would have
I hate you.
That would have
Darn
safely
right.
made it best. Also,
Anyway,
there are-
Tesla. Let me make my pick here. So Tesla, Cybertruck kind of brings down the value of it, but definitely having electric vehicles and having Elon Musk, baby, that
You
definitely.
ruined my draft. I was so excited. I really wanted to get that one back.
Well,
There's no way you're
I-
gonna get a first pick and then sixth pick.
I stole his Lambo. What could he do besides steal your?
No, you didn't steal Lambo. I wasn't gonna pick Lambo.
No, I stole his
Oh.
Lambo, so he had to
Yeah.
steal your Tesla. So
Well,
now,
now I might as well just water in the rag. What is it? No.
throw in the towel.
Yeah, throw it down.
Water in the rain.
Water in the. I don't know. Scooping for the fries over here. There are so many car brands though. Like low key, they're actually also coming into this draft. Why is like Kia the only car brand that I could think of off the top of my head?
Because
Okay.
Kias are trash.
I have a car that I would really like to get back to me. I'm gonna start it out with Jeep. They've gone sissy boy on us with most of their stuff.
Sissy
but-
girl is more like it.
Yeah, but if you can get like the regular, like if you can get like the legit, like the real ones, like that truck, is it the
Someone say they
Gladiator?
went teeny bopper on
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, all right, okay, yeah, you're out, Matthew. Make your next pick, and just leave the one that I want on the board, please.
I'm gonna take Buick.
Buick,
All right,
okay, a high class.
Yes.
Brings back some bad memories.
Yeah,
some
Buick Regal.
dreams almost come true.
But I like their cars. They look very nice.
Yeah.
You took Ferrari, right?
I did not.
Oh, I'll take
took
Ferrari.
I took Lambo.
I'll take Ferrari.
I was genuinely Ferrari was probably gonna be my last pick when it came back. I don't know.
I mean, I have to compete with your guys' Porsche and.
My original strategy was just to go.
No one took
It
Porsche.
was literally to go Lambo, Bugatti, Ferrari, Mustang. That was gonna be my draft because I thought you guys were gonna take all the little cars. I'll take Honda. Ooh, sorry, spoiled.
I actually do like Civics, the sport SE.
All right, then draft it. It's your pick.
Those are the hot. No, he only took one. Did
No,
he?
I
not?
took
He
two.
took Buick and Ferrari.
Oh, it's on me. Okay, so it's on me. Okay, well my pick made it back,
Well, now you have to take that one.
and I don't think I can sneak it past the next one, so I will take Chevy here. It's
well,
what
you
I
just told you your whole draft strategy.
You 100% could have made it.
No one's taking Chevy.
Nobody else is taking Chevy.
I forgot
Trash
who
car
I'm-
brand. Sorry,
I forgot
bro.
who I'm with.
Rust's
I-
on the showroom floor. Quote
Only
my grandma.
97% of them make it home. Oh
The
no.
rest, the rest
Yeah.
are on the streets.
Yes.
But okay, well I forgot who I'm with. That's all right.
All right, so I'm
That's-
gonna take this next one. I'm gonna be taking GMC. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You basically just drafted my Chevy. I want you to know that. You just drafted my Chevy with another name.
Basically.
What?
Yeah, pretty much. They're made by the same company, and except for trim models, they're mostly the same.
Yeah, but GMCs are way tougher than Chevys. Chevys break down all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna be taking another truck brand.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna be
let me-
taking. I'm gonna be taking Ram. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. That would actually, I think you would just be taking Dodge there.
Well, Dodge Ram.
Yeah,
I'll take
you
Dodge
You
Ram.
just get Dodge because the Ram is just that's just a part of
Yeah,
it.
but I don't want Dodge. I want Ram.
But it's like it's part of it. It's part of the.
Whatever. Fine, I get Dodge Ram.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait,
let me.
is Ram actually a Dodge?
But it's the same company.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
the
doesn't
same
matter, 'cause I
company.
want Ram trucks.
We're just drafting whole brands.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fine.
you get
then I
Dodge
it.
then.
Yep.
Yeah, so you do get Dodge. I'm trying to find who made. Okay, all right. Look, nobody said that every car that we draft has to still be in production today. So because of a car that happened a long time ago, because of my dreams, I'll be drafting Plymouth for the Roadrunner, because man, that was a muscle car right there. I'll show you guys these pictures. That is a
Ooh.
Roadrunner, my friend, and maybe we can
Great
put it up
podcast.
there and
Yeah.
great podcast. But square body American muscle car. So look it up. 69.
Do I get one more pick?
Yep.
This is
you
your
have
last.
one more
This
pick.
is, close it out.
Oh, close it out.
Let's
Oh,
close
that
it out.
That was fast.
Unless we're going for another round, close it down.
I'm good for another round.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right. Well, don't close it down then.
Well, I am closing my draft down.
That's very
I'm
fair.
gonna take Cadillac.
Okay, all right.
Some luxury SUVs, you know.
Taking
Yeah.
some higher class. Is
Yeah.
that are they armored?
They can be.
They-
With
is
the
it-
right amount of moolah, you know.
with a little quiche.
I'm torn for this last one. I shouldn't have said go for last one.
I'll take John Deere.
Did anyone take Porsche?
Nope.
No, we just laughed
Give
about
me
it.
Porsche.
You're such a.
This whole thing did not go the way I
Pander
thought
bear.
it would be. We went into sports cars, and that was
We,
wrong. Bad move.
we did. I sent us there, but you were planning to drive us there.
Okay, no, I won't take Porsche.
Oh,
I
that
won't
was a
take
good
Porsche.
one. Drive us there.
I won't take Porsche. I'll take.
Erroneous. We're letting him change his.
Give me
pick.
Honda.
Yeah, it's
Mid.
pretty good. It's
It's whatever.
they're,
Give me
they're
Honda.
pretty
It's
good.
foreign.
Okay, we've got some choices here. We've got one brand that is foreign, very foreign. A lot of foreign brands here, actually. What am I talking about? They're mostly foreign.
He's gonna take.
I'm genuinely torn
Mazda.
between another like ridiculous like kind of expensive model.
Bro's gonna take Mazda.
Bentley. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you never even heard of it.
Bentleys? They were like huge, I think, back in the 20s.
Yeah.
The 1920s. They were like huge. Mitsubishi. Let's see here. Just, there's a car that okay.
Genesis.
There's a car that
Vehicle.
there's a brand that I would like to take, but it has become an internet meme. And if I take it, I will basically become somebody by proxy, which I will bring that up and we can talk about that.
Talking about Das Auto.
No, because those are actually not bad cars.
Oh.
No, there's a different car that is an internet meme, and if I select it, I know I would just get slammed, and that's totally not what it should be about. But I'm gonna look at these. You know what? they're actually great cars. I think they're pretty great cars. So I will be drafting. They do have some good trucks too. So I will be drafting Toyota as my next one, and I would like to get. I would like to, yes, little Russell Dickerson in there. No, I would like to bundle in Lexus with that if I can, please.
Nope.
That is a.
Nope, you're not gonna do
that is a Toyota brand, luxury export to the United States is what it stands for. I would like to.
Sorry, nope. You're
Official-
gonna get Toyota, and I'm gonna be drafting Lexus.
Are you
You
really?
did not.
Yes, I did.
You stinking man.
You know why? Because they're convenient, they're cages, and I have to shout out Switchfoot on this
Oh
one.
my goodness.
Yes, because I want to drive in a convenient Lexus cage.
Our
Kidding now.
the convenient
Shout out
Lexus
Switchfoot,
cages.
gone. Listen to
Okay.
it right now.
Yes, definitely go listen to that. Let's talk about how Land Rovers are not what they used to be.
Oh, why did I not pick Range Rover? Why did I not pick
I'm talking about Range
No,
Rover.
but
No
okay.
one took Toyota?
I took Toyota.
He literally
you
just
That was
took
my last
Toyota.
pick.
Oh, yeah.
That was my last pick. The internet meme is Subaru, and if you guys don't know what
I
that
didn't even
means,
think about Subaru.
if you guys don't know what, like, honestly, I think the Outback looks kind of cool, but if you guys don't know what that is, I'll tell you about it once the mics are off.
I'm
I
not,
kind of,
not a cultist.
I kind of, was questioning Volkswagen.
I was thinking about it. I feel
Das
like it.
Auto.
I feel like it gets trashed in the polls.
Yeah.
I feel like people
And
trash
Lincoln. I was gonna take Lincoln too, but
Yeah.
I was tossed up between Cadillac and Lincoln, but I'll take Cadillac because they're a little more affordable.
it. Have you seen the Lincoln pickup trucks?
No.
They literally are just a Ford 150. Ford
Okay.
F-150 with a Lincoln logo like duct taped
Also
onto the
Chrysler
front.
as well. Those
Chrysler?
nice minivans.
Nice
the town and
minivans. That's what I'm
countries.
gonna say. The minivan, they definitely upped the game.
Pacifica, Mini Cooper S left off the draft. All your weird Subway coworker people.
What? No.
No, I had at least one Subway coworker when I worked there. Drove a Mini Cooper S. Those are interesting people.
Anyone take BMW?
Nope.
It's my sister, Bridget Marilyn Walgas. That's her name. BMW.
Nice. Good job doxing. All right.
Wow.
So I'm gonna run through the picks here. Matthew picked Ford, Buick, Ferrari, Cadillac, and Honda.
Third place team.
Jeremiah picked Lambo, Jeep, Chevy, Plymouth, and Toyota.
How about that number one lineup right there?
And I picked a Bugatti, Tesla, GMC, Ram/Dodge, and Lexus.
You know, I think this
And
is.
Lexus.
I
we should
think-
we should vote right now who we actually think's gonna win.
Who I think is gonna win? I think Matthews is the most iconic team.
I have
Read me.
literally
vehicles
have-
for every single size you want.
Yeah.
His
Ford-
is very powerful. It's a very
But
powerful
Jeremiah
team.
does well with the foreign models because he's literally
Yeah.
got like.
I
For our
have,
Russian listeners.
He also has
I-
Lambo.
I have a lot of loyalists if you think about it. Lambo people who love their Lambos, people love their Jeeps and their exclusive Jeep
and they
people.
love their Bugattis.
and they love their Chevys too. So I feel like that might help.
Jeremiah
the
was going for
exclusiveness.
our Russian listeners.
Russian listeners.
Bugatti was definitely a
Which
losing
listeners?
move. There's no way
Remember,
I'm winning
we have
this
like
draft.
1.4 of our
Oh,
listeners are in the Russian.
Yeah, shout out to our Russian listeners. Like, hey guys, like thanks for listening to the podcast. And that is not a joke at all.
Can you
Like,
understand us?
that is you are actually our first international listeners, and that's awesome. And yeah, I don't know if you're Vladimir Putin. Hey, shout out. Does anybody else live in Russia? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys are awesome. But yeah, you actually
Thank
are.
you.
You are our first international listeners. So
Yep, besides America.
yeah, do we cut out?
I definitely did not dress to impress with my draft, but Tesla, maybe that'll do it for me.
Tesla
Dude,
might well
if I
do it for
replaced
you.
Tesla with Buick, maybe I might.
But there was no way it was gonna make it back to you at all.
I look, if it had not been for him, it would have.
I don't
made it
think.
back
I
to
think
you.
if I didn't mention anything yesterday, I don't think you would have taken it. To be honest,
I think you said Ford. I'm like, there's no other one, and then somebody said Tesla.
I think you said Tesla yesterday, and then I'm like, oh, that was gonna be my number 2 pick, and then you're like, oh, I gotta take it now.
I don't.
There was no way I wasn't thinking of it because it's always on like the tip of my mind. Just thinking about Tesla.
I just think about Elon Musk. I don't think about.
It's gonna-
Okay, well, let's get to an outro. Okay, well, thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody. This is Jeremiah Walguest signing off with my two co-hosts, Christopher and Matthew. Thank you so much for listening to us today, guys.
Matthew literally did the hand sign off symbol. You can't even see.
Matthew's like waving at the microphone like, hey,
I
guys.
salute the listeners.
Anyway, thanks for listening to us, guys. Hey, reach out to us in the YouTube comment section at not your echo chamber podcast. Oh, here we go. Comment and subscribe on YouTube, Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast. Comment, review, take part in the Spotify polls. All you got to do is scroll down and click on Jeremiah.
On Christopher.
And Matthew. All three of us.
You only
Okay.
click on one. There's no multiple voting.
No, you should just select Jeremiah and then go tweet at us at NoEchoPod. However you gotta contact us, get to us, let us know what you think, what you're thinking about, give us your show ideas, give us your draft ideas, give us your would you rather questions, any kind of thing that you want to see on the show. Anyway, I mean we're loving this, and adding Matthew's gonna make this thing so much more fun, and
Hooray.
and I think I'm actually okay with the draft layout setup now, so I'll stop.
Maybe we'll just have you sit in the middle from now on.
Maybe I will. I feel so like.
Well, your laughter is very shrill and loud. So
It's super loud. It's my laughter's like dumb. So, all right. Well, to end on that depreciating note, thanks for listening, guys. Please love us a lot. But just hey, remember, if you don't like our car brands, if you
It doesn't matter at all. You know why? Because
it's not your echo chamber.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you later.
we're gonna get better at that.
All right.
What was that?
That was pretty crazy. I don't know what's going on there.
That was a good podcast.
Do you guys know what teeny? Do you know what teeny bopper means?
No.
Because I don't have a clue either.
Okay, it's live googling. It's live googling.
I heard it in context one time. I'm
got
like,
it.
All right.
Teeny boppy.
teeny bopper.
Teeny bopper.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but all I know is how to use it in context. I have no idea what the heck it means
Is
though.
that how you spell it?
That looks kind of right, yeah.
Definition.
I think it's 2 words. I have no idea though, because I've only ever heard it on podcasts. Teeny bopper. I don't know what it
Okay,
is.
here we go. A young teenage, typily a girl who
Who keenly follows the latest fashions in clothing and pop music.
That's you.
That was me. I'm a teeny bopper, bro.
You said it, not us.
Stupid podcast moment number 5. Oh dear.
I don't know if I'm leaving this in.
This sounds like an end of podcast segment.
Yeah,
It's gotta be a blooper now.
This will come
Okay.
after the tone.
On to last week's news.
All right. On February 26, 2025, Russian... You know what? Just cut this out. You know why? Because I literally wrote my notes for this in this is where the segment starts, right here. I wrote all my notes above here and cut out each one and write the jokes underneath. And I forgot to backspace those out or turn those into jokes. So whatever. You're not going to get a joke about drone attacks, that, or the House of Representatives. All right. This is last week's news. First take. During Trump and Zelensky's meeting in the Oval Office...
Are you good?
It's okay. You're fine.
I have a typo in here. Okay.
Oh.
Trump and Zelensky's meeting in the Oval Office Friday ended abruptly with President Trump canceling just pause the episode. I need a drink of water or something. Do not press stop. Do not press stop. Okay, I'm gonna say it. This is last week's news. During Trump and Zelensky's meeting in the Oval Office Friday, you know what? I'm gonna backspace this word out, and I'm done. I'm freaking done. There's no during. It's literally just okay.
Never see you, huh?
Yes.
We
Okay.
need that needs to be in like the show title. Christopher can't say the word during.
Okay. Starting. And I'm gonna have to go grab my list real quick.
So I'll fill the silence with some cool jokes. Can kangaroo jump higher than the Empire State Building?
No, because the Empire State Building cannot jump.
Whoa!
Haha, now shut up.